Hello friends, welcome back. In previous video, we have seen how to handle user-defined exception using global exception handler in Spring MVC. Now, in this video, we are going to understand how to handle exceptions in REST API. Now, so let us understand our application flow. Here, we are going to use a REST client to send a request to the REST controller. That controller will be talking to a book service. If the record is available, it will return the response to the user. If the given ID is not matching, then service class is going to throw entity not found exception. This is a user defined exception. Now, whenever it throws this exception, it will be forwarded to the exception handler. In that exception handler, we are going to convey a meaningful message to the REST client with appropriate status code and status messages. So I hope you understood. Here we are going to create a REST controller and a service class and a user defined exception, and we are going to create a global exception handler to handle the exceptions in our REST API. Let's get started. Now, as we have seen in the previous video, we have already created the classes in a Spring Boot project. Now I am using the same project here. Now here we have a class with a name called book controller. Similarly to this, let me create one more class with a name called product. New class. Model. I am creating a class with a name called product, where I will use @data for that. Did we added a Lombok? Don't think so. No. So let me write private string PID, private string product name, private double price. Now I am writing setters and getters for this, and I am adding two string. We can use Lombok to avoid this boilerplate code. We can use @data here. Fine. Now, so let me create one service class where we will return product data. Here I am writing parameterized constructor also. Constructor using fields, and I am writing default constructor. So to set the data easily, I am creating a parameterized constructor. So this is our model class. Product class we are taking with three properties, and they are having setter getters, and it is having a zero param constructor, and it is having a all params constructor. Now create a service class, new class, here I am creating product service. First I am making this one as an interface, public, product find product by ID, which is going to take integer PID. Now create a IMPL class for this. Product service IMPL, which is going to implement product service interface. Now to make this class as a service, we will use @service annotation. Then here we need to call, here we need to return a product object based on a product ID. Now here I will add a small condition. If PID is equal to 101, then return new product object with pre-id as a 101, product name is a keyboard, product price is a sum 800. Now else throw custom exception. So here if the id is equal to 101, then return the product object. If the id not equal to 101, then throw custom exception. Now, so do we have any custom exception for this one? Here we need to create new class no product found exception. How to create a custom exception? By extending from runtime exception. Now create parameter as a constructor no product found exception, that is string message, then super of message we are writing, right? Service impl, then throw new product no product found exception. We're throwing an exception as no product found exception. So this is our service layer method. If the id is 101, then returning the product object. If the id is not 101, then we are throwing no product found exception. Now let us create a controller for that. New class product controller. To make this class as a controller, we will use @controller annotation. This is a REST API, right? Let us use as a @REST controller. Now here public, what we are doing, product, we need to return product data. Find product by id, get product data by id, get product data by id. How can we take that product id? We are taking as a request param, and I'm taking as a PID string product id. Now so this REST controller should talk to service layer. So let us inject our product service object through auto wiring. Private product service using auto wide dependency injection. Now product service dot find product by id, which is expecting a integer. Now so let us try to convert this string to integer. Integer dot parse int of PID, right? So what is the return type of this method? Product object. So what our method should return? Product object. So let us return this value. So this method should be binded to HTTP designator methods. Here I am using @get mapping, value is equal to slash get product. So based on product id. Now here I am giving produces is equal to application slash JSON, right? Now so we are writing a REST controller which is binded to a, which is having a method which is binded to a get request, which is expecting a request param. Based on the request parameter, it is talking to the service layer to return the product data in the JSON format. Let us try this by deploying run as boot app. Send the request to the REST controller, get product, PID is equal to 101. This is request parameter. No, sorry. So when we send the request to that product controller, REST controller with the PID as a 101, we are able to get the data in the JSON format. Let's give you a different ID, 102, nothing is displaying. But in the controller, what we have done, we are throwing an exception, no data found exception. It is displaying on the console. But what about the REST client? REST client should be informed with the exception details, right? So now we need to create a REST exception handler. We need to send the error object details to the REST clients. Let us see how can we do that. I am creating a global exception handler class with a name called REST exception handler. Yes, this is for the REST controllers. I am giving REST controller annotation, and I am giving controller advice. Now write a method to handle that exception. Public response entity handle no product found exception. Now here we need to return response entity, return new response entity with http status dot no data found, that is no content, or we can say bad request. Right, now how to bind this one? By using exception handler. This is for what? No product found exception. So in a project, whenever exception occurs like no product found, then this is the class which is responsible, and this is the method which is going to handle that, which is going to return response entity with the http status code as a bad request. Now let us take this URL and let us go to Postman. Postman plugin is already installed here. Postman is getting loaded. Yes. No. So let us send a request first with 101. Send. So the method not allowed. Sorry, it is a get request. Select the type as a get. This is the endpoint URL. Get. Now we are able to get the product ID in the JSON. Now let me send a request with 102. Now you can see that status code is coming as a 400. That is a bad request. That is what we are returning. But are we returning any response message to the end user? That is a REST client user? No. So can we return a message also? Yes, let us try that. Go to this class, create one API error message class. API error. Here I am using private integer code, that is error code, private string error description, private date also. Select all. I am generating setters getters, and you can write parameterized constructor to set this data. So this is a model class where we want to store our API error information like error code, error description, and date. Go to global exception handler. Here, whenever no product found exception occurred, then store the data into API error, new API error code. I'm giving as a bad request. I'm giving as no product found. date, today's date we are giving as a new date. This is my error data. So now how to send this error data? This response entity we can specify now with API error. New response entity API error, that is error object status, http status dot bad request. Now, so see how we are handling a exception in the Spring Boot REST API. So first here, if you see the diagram here, in the diagram we have a book, but in the example I used a product. Now, so REST client is sending a GET request to the controller, REST controller, that is talking to a service layer. Based on situation, service layer is returning a object or it is throwing a custom exception. That custom exception we are handling by using @exception handler. Then we are returning error message to the REST client. Now same thing we are doing here. We have a product controller where REST clients will send a GET request based on the product ID. Then it is talking to the service layer method with that ID. If the ID is equal to 101, then we are returning a product object with the data. If it is not 101, then service layer method is throwing a user defined exception called no product found exception. Are we handling that exception in this method? No. Then JVM will kill this method execution and it will throw this no product found exception to the caller. Who is calling this method? Controller layer. In the controller, do we have a logic to handle this exception? No. For that exception, we have REST exception handler, right? In this method, we are writing a logic to handle that no product found exception. Here, we are taking a model object to set the data to let the REST clients know the information about this bad request, and we are returning a response entity object with this API error object as a response body and status code as a bad request. Now let us send a request from the postman. Is the server running? Yes, server is running. Now let us click on 101 send. We are getting a product data from the REST controller. Now let us send 102. Click on the send. Now we see error code information as we are setting in the error object 400. Description is no product found. Date, this is the date when the request is received and it is responded. Here also you can see the status code is a 400. Same thing you can send from browser also. Now 102 I am setting, so it is giving me the error details. If I send with 101, now I am getting the product data as expected. If I send the request with 102, then I am getting error details as expected. So like this we can handle exceptions in the Spring Boot REST API. If you observe, this is our project where we created several controllers and REST controllers here. So for the controllers we have seen controller based handling and global exception handler, and for the REST API also we created a REST exception handler which is returning the response entity with the user defined object data. Here this exception data we can return in the JSON format or we can return in the XML format also. I hope you understood how this REST API exception handling is working internally. So I'm repeating once again. Here we have a REST controller and service class. User is sending a GET request to the REST controller with a ID. If the ID is available, then it is returning the response object with the data. If the ID is not matching, then it is throwing a user defined exception. Then that user defined exception is handled by an exception handler. For that we are setting the API data and we are returning the error response to the client. I hope you understood how can we handle exceptions in the Spring using controller based handling, global exception handler, and handling the exceptions in the REST API. Thank you guys for watching these videos. You can subscribe for my channel for more videos. If you have any doubt on this, you can connect with me using my Facebook group, that is Ashok IT School. If you have any personal questions, you can send me an email to my personal email ID ashokitschool@gmail.com. For the examples what we worked on, source code I am going to upload in my Facebook group. You can download from there. Thank you.